What's up guys, Hbox here, and if you thought that me getting 5th place at main stage was enough to me to not film another video, you're sadly mistaken. And the reason I wanted to film this one is because this might be the true end of this Smash World Tour Panda Nintendo saga once and for all. And the end result is, if you can't have one circuit, you can't have the other. It's just been announced that the Panda Cup finale has been indefinitely postponed, but more jarring is the fact that Panda released a statement in which Dr. Alan Bonet has stepped down as CEO from the organization after what seemed to be a week of full outcry from the Smash community. The statement goes as follows: Panda has heard the concerns of the Smash community and taking immediate action. Alan is no longer CEO, effective immediately. In the interim, Panda employees are working with outside advisors to form a temporary interim management committee, that's an IMC, to act as CEO to navigate at this critical time. The identities of those in the IMC will not be made public at this time due to concerns over harassment and safety. Now you have to understand, it seems that from what I understood, 80% of Panda's staff, players, casters, 80% of the force that was Panda has left the organization already. That 20% likely makes up the people who are still there, but of course there's no telling who's actually running it and who's calling the shots right there. But I think the people who remain clearly see and understand the issue at hand. And to me, this is probably the best move they could have done, although a bit too late. What the IMC will do is work with any team member that desires to resign, including release from any contractual obligations. That's a big green flag to me. All these people, when there's contracts involved, especially because I've been with Liquid for a while, I know how contracts can be. There's a lot of legal language in there, a lot of ways saying maybe you can't leave, maybe you have to do things and, serve your term in a sense. But it seems that, given the situation, they're going to help them release that contract so they can be free agents and find a new, better home for them. Support those who feel displaced to these events to find a home, either with Panda or another organization. Again, just because they say they want to quit, they might come back. Maybe now they know that Alan's no longer the CEO and that they're turning a new page. Perhaps that's enough to do it. And again, it's scary to not be on a team, giving up everything to play esports for a living. We call on the community to treat those affected by these events with grace, understanding, and to call out any reports or any attempts of doxing or harassment. And of course, you can do your part in that too. If you see it, call it out. Its times are already hard enough for them, so you can always do your part by helping out. Additionally, due to security concerns for our staff and contractors, the Panda Cup finale is postponed. The IMC will work to issue refunds to all who registered in the coming weeks. Essentially, this makes main stage the last open event of the year. Fuck, I did bad. But more importantly, there is no circuit in either place. So, complete turn of events. If you told me going into December that neither circuit would happen, I would have called you crazy. But the perfect storm unleashed, and this is the results of a company that still seems to not understand what a community means, and an individual who doesn't seem to understand what a community means on both cases. It's very sad, and what we can do from here is move forward. Panda's slogan was hold forward. Always take a step forward, never look back behind you. And maybe that's the one good thing that can remind us now that they're in a new light, now that they're entering a new arc of their organization. We can still hold forward. We can still be better than before. We can still learn from our past mistakes. And we can still remind each other why I play the game in the first place. Never was really for the money. If you can live off it, kudos to you. There's a few individuals that can. I'm lucky enough to be one of them. But I wouldn't have been here if I wasn't 13 years old, going to those locals and Gigabit Center in Orlando, Florida, being really competitive and just wanting to kick everyone's ass at that time, wanting to beat all my friends, wanting to invite everyone over and have these late night box fests where we play until 6 in the morning and just do our best to grind the absolute hell out of this game and give it our all, because it is the perfect game. It's very imperfect in a lot of ways, but I think we have accepted those flaws and we kind of enjoy them in a weird kind of way. The final message from Panda ends as follows. Panda is committed to demonstrating our dedication to the community and everyone who shares our passions. Panda is committed to do our part to move the competitive Smash community above and beyond the current situation, starting with an internal restructure and a rededication to our values as members of this community. And with that ends that saga, but also potentially ends any chance or hope of this dream of a Nintendo circuit finally happening. And you know what? I'm always the most outspoken person. I'm always saying, please support our community, please do what Capcom does for us, this and that. But the more I'm looking at it and the more I think about it, when we were left decrepit and alone, what did we do? When there was a pandemic and there was no tournaments left, did we let Melee die? No, we put that shit online with rollback. Did we give up on everything? No, we made Discord for our characters. We continued to make content. We continued to fight through the worst time possible. When we got shut down at EVO, we all came together and did it. And right now, when the circuits got shut down, do you see any signs of it stopping? Because I don't. I saw 80,000 people watching the Ultimate Tournament tonight and 70,000 climbing for Melee right now. Not a damn thing has changed in that regard, nor will it. Events will happen, and I think given the PR of the situation, I doubt Nintendo will want to put the hammer down on these events. I think right now is a good time to understand, look back, and coexist in the best way possible. Because it's Smash Bros. Everyone is supposed to be here. I legitimately just finished filming what I thought was the end of the arc, but it looks like we're just getting started. As soon as we found out that the CEO of Panda stepped down, he put forward a statement saying this: I have stepped down as CEO of Panda to protect the safety and well-being of the team. My statement with evidence is coming. Now, I actually heard today that this tweet from him was going to happen, or like it was like rumored to happen. So that doesn't surprise me. But what's in the box is the fact that he says, SWT lied, Smash World Tour lied, and BTS leadership put the community in jeopardy. And the tweet itself is going about as well as you might think it's going to go. It's just, it's almost unanimously negative in favor, and it's just, it feels a bit threatening, or very threatening, which kind of goes in line with what was said earlier. So, which further corroborates what BTS, VGBC, and everyone had said. The look and the PR for this is absolutely, I kind of can't believe I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I don't know what's gonna come of it. Obviously, I'm keeping track of it, and I'm keeping track of this evidence, but I think, and I'll say this, my prediction is if there is evidence somewhat of Smash Bros. Tour lying, if there is evidence somewhat of BTS putting the community in jeopardy in some way, then I assume there's 10 times more counter evidence of potentially Panda doing, or Alan doing wrongdoings within the community. I don't think everyone's even unleashed their full ammo yet, because as you saw in Smash World Tour's open letter, it wasn't even this like attack Panda hit piece. It was simply just an open letter kind of calling for peace and kind of calling for everyone to understand what happened. And I think that's what's been played right now. There's been silence from the Panda side until tonight. So again, I don't think we should say, fuck Panda anymore. It doesn't sit right with me as an org, because they themselves are separate from currently Alan. And yeah, this is basically how the guns are gonna go out swinging. We're gonna wait to see what Alan's evidence is, and I can dissect it from there. But as of right now, I'm pretty baffled. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what's gonna come out of this, and stay tuned.